Oh, for sure.
A cameraman on their side.
Yeah, of course. They're even. Are they hiring the staff or are they becoming the staff? It's hard to tell at this point. The people
He's just getting
almost running the show in the background is brilliant.
He's getting his cipher practice in, man, before the game.
There you go. There you go. He's going to be on the cams here, but oh, Vova almost caught out. This is the problem of playing against Forsaken. He is so quick on those battles, runs out of bullets for it, but they managed to get the control nonetheless. Wall in to give them that extra chance to plant, and now the rotation coming through, but never mind. Newkid's denied.
And they're watching the rope as well. Hoodie more than ready for that play to come through. Paper Rex numbers are thinning out. Mind Freak is even being watched for on the way behind. He'll at least get one, but there's the double peek to deal with him. And 10 seconds on the clock. Getting a plant would be tough, and with a bullet in the head, even tougher. 1-0 for G2. Kicking it off with a win here on Split. Well, it is, yeah. You know what, more often than not, though, his opponents are blind, because those leers that he was putting in to cover the likes of a Sova Dart and stuff over on Haven were nuts. Benkai's gone down right away. This is an eco out of Paper Rex, and even that wall is going to keep them back for quite a while. Yeah, the chances of getting a few kills here not very high, and that's probably not a duel you normally want to take if you're Hoodie.
Yeah, like against the classic, a gun that we've already seen. So was it Marv on this map getting one of the most absurd jumping right clicks I've ever seen?
Yeah, absolutely. Like we said, you know, the stories, the minor regions that we always talk about, it really feels like they just don't exist anymore.
Yeah, we got to start saying regions.
Yeah, just all the regions. And that's the way I like it, though. As they were saying earlier, Lauren saying, you know, it's that extra bit of spice put in there, and Jess was saying on the desk as well, right? It's so much nicer to have representation from all these different regions and different play styles as well. I mean, I don't know many people that play this game like Jing and Forsaken when it comes to pace. This time it's a little bit more contained, but they are up against a very low buy, so obviously you want to take it slower.
Yeah, Forsaken's always going to be a man to watch. In his matches so far, he's been involved in 44% of opening duels, and you can see he's about to try and get involved in another. I will say he's got the highest first kills and first deaths in the entire tournament, which I think that pretty much points to how he's going to play this game, but not in this round. It's Hoodie to kick things off. Bear in mind it is a bonus, so it would be huge if G2 were able to take this one over the line, but with Mixwell already gone, they all go swinging. The trades actually aren't bad into a 2 versus 2 scenario, and with the spike down, Paper Rex have to move.
Spike down, Benkai already tagged at 49 HP, and with Divide gone, he won't get healed up. They've got to go through this window that Nuki is holding, and he's more than ready for it. Look at the off angle, the Spectre garnering an advantage because of that. And with just 50 HP left, well, I think Benkai's going to have a very easy time. The headshots need to be connected. He's got 15 seconds, and Nuki was waiting for him to emerge. 3-0, a huge bonus round picked up by G2.
Well, actually more than occasionally. Has a game where you can't beat it. And if you're on Paper X, that's something you really have to be careful of, because you have star players, but if Nuclear hits his peak, I don't know if there's anyone who can beat him.
Yeah, this guy, I mean, he really can't snowball into a game, right? As soon as he comes in with confidence, their win rate goes up massively over on the G2 side, and already being able to build up quite a number of rounds. The Showstopper online to try and recover any sort of slip-up that could come through, and obviously up against Sheriffs, it almost be scary. We saw what the Stinger could do earlier on, and Jing's going to be coming up close with it, already taking quite a tag from the first blast pack. The second going off just now, down to 36 HP.
Yeah, they haven't managed to close in any of the players, though. You can see that G2 are more than happy to just fall off of these angles, go back into more passive spots, and while the timing of Mixwell couldn't be much better, it will be a nice kill coming in for Benkai, though. They also isolate a player at the back of sight, but Mixwell's very quickly able to remove the danger. I will tell you now, he's still going to be aggressive. You look at the operator and you go, logically, he's probably going to sit a bit more still, wait for someone to try and aggress onto him, but he is very happy to try and challenge and take some of these more aggressive positions. They use him as an entry fragger still, and he is ready to try and fight versus Mixwell. Now, obviously, Mixwell can take that more, well, I guess, wider swing because of the ability he's got in the rendezvous.
Yeah, instantly over towards screens. Stacked up for another shot out of that operator, but he's going to be blocked off by the cages coming over, buying a little bit of space for Forsaken to start to duel about. He'll look to see if he can just catch them peeking. And actually, Meadows walking up this alley, he could be in a lot of trouble if he swings into this. The op is holding for him to do that. We're going to see the utility come in first, whether it's a stun or a flash. Seems Meadows quite conscious of it, but if he makes that little mistake, the A site could be in so much trouble. The rest of the team on Paper X can still make a split through vents if they want. They've got a player outside B. A whole bunch of options for them here, and it's slow through the A side.
It's a bit dangerous. Okay, eventually Mixwell's going to start looking back in that direction because it's somewhere that's not been covered at all, but
30
not going to
seconds
take
left.
that control. The problem is the time. They're just not being given anything at the moment by G2. So passive in their positioning, but they're wrapping him from behind. It doesn't matter though. Forsaken's already got the kill, and now Meadow is left alone on the back of the site, trying to hold this off versus almost the entirety of the squad. He manages to get the first, but quickly traded out. The patience of Paper X is rewarded, and now the remainder are trying to rotate in.
Yeah, it's a very brave play to pump the brakes like that and really try to maneuver G2 around, but it worked out. The absence of any sort of mid-control and getting a little bit surprised by that blitz through. Now all they have to do is hold on. Showstopper from Nukia, though, going to be popped advantage. Knows where Forsaken is, but the shot is too quick. The reveal in the alley. Benkai's not able to convert, but it doesn't seem to matter. Forsaken's in with a triple. Well, let's see what Paper X are going to be able to find this time around. We're starting it with Mixwell getting very aggressive, taking the orb. That's a tour de force online. Oh, sorry, it's Meadow. What am I talking about? No, it was Mixwell. He TP'd instantly. Jesus.
He's so quick,
fast,
he even
man.
bamboozled you.
He gets it and instantly goes. That's what we were talking, though, about, you know, Jet with early aggression. If you're in that position, dashing back's kind of tough, but now he's got a tour de force. He was able to get out safely. Now he can reset into this round and play the position that he normally does with an operator. The only thing is that you've had a player sneak into the corner. Forsaken is very close to him, and because he's moved his trap over towards Vents to cover for that push that came in previously, he has to stay around here a little bit more and try to duel for the ramp control.
Well, yeah, this time if they try and push through his flank, there is going to be notice. So they won't be able to get that same sort of space, even going to get slowed down for it. But he'll take the kill and still get away. Forsaken down, as said, they use him basically as the can opener. Someone to get them started, and instead Mixwell's repositioning. He's ready, but he doesn't manage to connect the shot as they look to clear him out of position.
A few seconds left before he can use his TP again, and actually the other anchors up top, he'd have to pull it back. Instead, he's just going to reposition in towards screens. Meanwhile, Nukia's maintaining control over Heaven, actually taking it back altogether. And then they get the one right into Mixwell. He's able to take himself kill after kill with 2 players remaining, 20 seconds, and a stacked up base site. It doesn't look like Paper X have too much of a chance in this round. Mindfreak could maybe try to get to B, but he doesn't even have his ulti online, just the one away, and you know that you'd be dead anyways. There's going to be a player lurking on that side of the map. That's another round for G2, and a very good bounce back. They haven't even had to use a lot of the ultis that they had in play, only that tour de force to start with, and I think they got good enough value out of it.
It's definitely unfortunate. I guess most of the time he's taking a duel where he's either dead or he's got the kill. Yeah. So it's a risk, but it's not the worst one. This time they are looking to pick up the pace a little bit. Straight off the bat. Oh, it's actually Meadow who takes the brunt. They switched the defensive setup ready for this, but it didn't even seem to matter too much. Already an early trade. Avova, he's teleported behind them. He's used that from the shadows to go straight into the spawn. We've gone back to the beta days, that's for sure, but again, it's only traded out.
Yeah, we're starting to see it more and more. Teams are just maybe a little bit too used to it being a rotational. Oh, Hoodie! They've lined up for him a quick double. I think even the collateral onto Mindfreak. Oh, that's horrible. Benkai left with practically no chance here. He's about to be swung by Mixwell. He's taking him down. That's at least a chance for Paper X here, for Benkai in the clutch, but Hoodie, ever vigilant on the corner, gets a 6th round for G2.
Step up in some of the matches that we've witnessed. Obviously in the loud one, I don't think anybody particularly performed to their best. Oh my god. Avova just jumped, gets his head completely decapitated by his opponent. That's one hell of a start. And I think they might have even got the rifle from that.
Yeah, he did. Forsaken's gotten out. He's now getting healed up as well. He's going to be pretty much full, if not up to 100. 80 to finish. Not too bad. Yeah, nice upgrade for Paper X. Still going to be tough to get anything done with it. G2 are offering up a couple of opportunities. Hoodie on top. Oh, he is farming.
He's almost got his res back. He resed in the last round. Okay, sure, this has got a little bit ugly. And luckily, he's got Nukia alongside him. 7-1. It is looking rough at the moment for Paper X, and G2, well, it's basically who in this round is going to get the multi-frag.
Nukia was behind him. He knew that his back was covered and that they were going to be able to stop that push no matter what. Early aggression, and it works so well. Benkai top with his pants down, trying to sneak up into A. Jing has at least grabbed one, though, with Hoodie's aggression finally being punished.
Yeah, 3 players tag low, however, for the side of Paper X, so it's been costly. They are going to be able to reclaim B-main control. That's not something that's really being challenged for at the moment, but just look at the rotation. G2 aren't really having to gamble here because they've placed that deep trap. Look how far it is on A. They know that no one's in that direction because there literally can't be anyone there. So now they've stacked up 3 players into the B site after already pushing them away from mid. A swing from Avova had its risks about it, that's for sure. And now Meadow's somewhat stuck. He's got his ult ready and online. This will stun them up and slow them down as the swing is going to come through from Nuclear. They've got to be careful though, because Jing's kind of managed to sneak his way through.
Yeah, thread the needle around the side, but Nuke is watching for a great shot from Jing. The nade gonna put a lot of pressure on Meadow, who's caught out by Devi, and Mixwell now has to do it all. A quick headshot found. The operator looking for another victim, headhunter in his back pocket, but he doesn't know where Jing's gone, suspecting that he's sneaking through the spawn, but the timing could be perfect. Jing just now coming out of heaven. Look, Mixwell thinks he might be coming around the corner any moment now. This is all going to be down to Jing to clear it as he comes through. Oh, that's perfect, though. They peek together, Devi clearing the corner, Jing ready to trade. There's no way that Mixwell was getting out with 2, unless he had some nasty headhunter switches. We've seen it before.
It's a lot better in this round, but as you said, not about to get any easier. Mixwell already roaming, but look at the blast pack straight in from Jing. It is a trade, and while Mixwell then TPs back, repositions, and gets rid of him as well.
Yeah, I don't think we've really seen that for Paper X so far, that they actually spotted Mixwell going over to screens. It might have been just in the one round that they did get to see it. This time around, there's an adaptation from Paper X. They use their old move to B, and G2 have fully given up that side of the map, so this is actually pretty solid. They might be able to get in there and plant the spike, but of course, they're conscious that there could be someone still here around any corner. It's a very bizarre play from G2, but it looks like it's going to pay off for them this time.
Yeah, I guess in a lot of rounds, it's been these slowdowns and then resetting into the same site for Paper X. There haven't been these complete rotations, so G2 are able to gamble. The thing is, even in this scenario, they're able to play it as a straight-up retake. So even though there is going to be an afterplant and a good opportunity here for Paper X, they've still got a hell of a lot to do.
All they need to do is make sure that they move forward and trade together, right? If you manage to go down and Hoodie trades you, he's got his res online, showstopper for Nuke, and Hoodie goes down. Not the best of kills to have found. On the G2 side, at least they traded it out. The drop in, Benkai undetected. He's good for damage, but he hasn't delayed them by very long. Mind Freak, though, luckily has time on his side. You know, G2 are clearing at all these angles. And well, that's a little unfortunate.
That's a little ambitious, I would say.
Like, the setup that they have based around Mixwell is just so hard to deal with.
Here.
I like the attack.
Jing has already got. He's just running a... No. Oh, he's getting a no-scoped instead! The Bucky not quite good as the scope shotgun. Forsaken will be able to get one. Showstopper online, but it doesn't really do too much. They're waiting for Forsaken to try and make the move, but Mixwell just hasn't missed a beat. Not giving them an opportunity. Nice shot from Mind Freak at least to get one. TP straight into an opponent, though. Easy kill for Nuclear, and now Devi... Well, he meets the same fate.
Yeah, they need to figure out a way to deal with Mixwell, and I'm not even sure what it is. It was the Kellogg's a nuts player, and there were questions of whether Mixwell could hit that same level anymore. I think, at least in this map, he definitely is.
He's got Chambers mechanics down to an absolute T. Like, you don't see him quick switching a lot of the time unless he's just not gonna have the reset on his operator. Like, he's just so good at repositioning and claiming lies every single time. Now, Jing's at least managed to get one here, but it's at the cost of a showstopper and a lot of his health. But Meadow again, caught out completely.
Also, huge damage done to Mixwell, who's tucked in the corner, pushed on by Jing. It looks like the solution was just all-out aggression. Nukia will be res back up, and they've got the control, but Forsaken's able to get him the off angle as he gets rezzed up. The top of his head becomes visible. 5v2. This could be the round that Paper X need. At least the foundation built for the next half with a pistol win. Maybe it can go their way. It's a 2v3 now. The spam pretty good.
He's almost dead.
Benkai's on 5 health. This is getting scary. Mind Freak steps in though. Benkai down. 2 versus 1. Hoodie has to clutch this out. He's got a wall to play with, and it's about to go down. Moving over to defuse the spike, but it's broken almost immediately. Hoodie gets the shot. Tries to bait Mind Freak. He's got to check the defuse isn't coming through. The headshot was found, but the round will not be Paper Rex only barely getting away with a third. That might be enough, but they're going to have one hell of a defense. 9-3 as we check back into things. G2 on the attack, and they're taking over control of middle. Mixwell already posted up with this headhunter in hand. There's going to be a little smoke going down here. They've got a paranoia play. Is this a nasty little mid-aggression setup, or is it off contact? They've got a camera waiting. Oh, this is so disgusting. When the cam gets contact, they can swing out quickly on the back of the paranoia. The smoke's just gone down in mid. They know there's players close. The slow will just run the clock down a little bit more. Forsaken's got to go. But now they'll be tempted to push up. There's the paranoia, but nothing found on the back.
No, and they can't really continue to re-aggress. Mixwell does take a chunk of damage though, and they've at least forced them back off of mid. They now place the wall down a little bit later and a little bit deeper, so wrapping in is going to be difficult. Breaking that in a pistol round can be tough, and if they are going to go for a B setup, they either have to go back and break that with only 40 seconds left, or they have to just run straight into B. Both bad ideas.
And as time goes on, you have to look at what we just saw up in heaven, which was Device, still with a slow orb in hand, ready to pop out. A nade still for Jing, although he's on the A side, so that'll be retake ability. Here we go. The play in towards heaven. The slow orb should come down. That's going to put... Oh, no, hold on. It already has. Ah, and in goes Device, straight through the smoke, but ammunition runs out. The spike recovered. Nukia rushing to the site. They've spotted Omen, but they have no idea that Benkai's already here, tucked up close, ready to take down that planter, and he's done it!
He's done it!
All that needs to do, Jing just needs to survive! Oh, he's being pushed and he gets one! The plant not coming in on time, and Jing will close it out. What a crazy pistol, and Paper Rex, they needed that one.
Yeah, a huge round from him, just being able to get that timing. But I love the setup, and I love the delay. Deny that mid-control, post the wall up. As said, it takes ages to break it in that pistol round. And now, well, they've got their lifeline, Mitch.
An attempt there from Divide to go up top. Looks like he'll go for it again, but Mixwell's more than ready. Trained in on the angle, hoping that someone will give him that headshot. 5 bullets to play with here. Dangerous weapon, but they deal with it well. Meadow, good for the one. Look, anything that they can get from this point forward will be decent. If they can walk out with 2 more kills, that'd be huge. And Mind Freak, Devi already tagged up a little bit. Of course, that heal coming through, though, to reset the health of Devi completely.
Yeah, they've got such an aggressive setup in mid. There's not really anywhere left for the players of G2 to go unless there's going to be a ridiculous shot from Nukia, and it's not going to be happening. Now for Avova, it almost, again, just comes down to trying to catch someone off guard, maybe spotting if there's still that push there, but ultimately they're being a bit more careful. And, well, I say that, Benkai's moved all the way forward just to get the orb.
Worthwhile, though, when you've seen so many players on the other side, and now the info of where exactly Avova is. We're diving back into things after that timeout. Paper Rex starting with an early paranoia over towards the A side, a slow orb as well. It's unclear what's going to come off the back of that initially until we see Forsaken down in middle. He's pushed all the way through and kept his control. And oh no! The timing! It's so horrible. Avova will survive. Jing going down, and Avova was on the other side. That is one of the most bizarre early rounds I've seen. Paper Rex were set up for success in multiple ways, and Avova's just outplayed them.
Yeah, that literally could not have gone any worse unless he somehow managed to get 2. That's the worst start they could have had in a round where they're taking a fairly big risk. They've got some interesting positioning here, though. Divide close. This could work out for him on the SM. Shouldn't be easy. He's got his teammate on the crossfire. A nice little bait and switch. And now playing within the smoke, manages to get 1 and Jing Cup the 2nd. This is huge now for Paper Rex. A real chance for them to actually steal this round away.
Even the Spectre dangerous to Meadow, but Nuke is full HP. No, he's taken down anyways. He had the jump, but the shots just wouldn't connect.
Now they get to keep the Operator and some of the weapons that they picked up along the way. And well, unfortunately for G2, not a whole lot in play, especially now that Nuke has just been wrecked. What? Jing has no respect. See? The rank demon.
Yeah, now they've got a rifle, but they've ran it right back into Benkai's arms, and he's able to finish that off with a double.
They've got some solid ults in this one as well. Like, we've seen how impactful the Tour de Force can be for Mix already. You're not far off the showstopper.
What?
Oh my god! Imagine trying to play against this guy. An actual nutcase. Just ult straight down mid. As said, it can be like watching your rank games when you watch Jing, except it doesn't have but they don't have as good aim as he does. I can guarantee that for sure. Is lost initially, but it doesn't matter. Already,
down,
Forsaken's
B.
re-aggressed elsewhere on the map and managed to find a pick.
Armor stripped off of Vova at least, but that's another massively impactful shrouded step by Vova. I don't know how he's managing to consistently find himself like surviving these impossible scenarios, trapped down in sewers, TP's across, kills him. Showstoppered on, TP's back, kills him. It's like, just doesn't stop. And here's the Rolling Thunder now. That's going to be a massive problem for Forsaken. He tries to get the shot out of the way first. He doesn't have his dash. He's being pushed on. Nukia close. What? But Forsaken gets it. Still alive for 4. And he is out of there. Right back into the fray, though. Meadow takes him down and equalizes things. But that is obscene. No way he should get that much damage. Meadow snuck into spawn. They think he's behind the boxes. They'll be cautious of the spawn, but it's about the off angle from Avova, ready to swing at a moment's notice. The second they get contact, and a good ultimate used here just to gain that little bit of information. Flash doesn't serve too much of a purpose. Avova hesitant to take that swing. He's got 90 HP. They're gonna wall off. Now this is dangerous. They're taking the space. They're pushing the site. Avova plays Ring a Rosie. They just need to run that clock down. The sprays coming through. The aftershock buying them a little bit more time. They need to get on this now. The spams are about to come right back through. No kill just yet. It's halfway defused, and he's still on it. But Avova closes out the round. He survived for so long. This man should have went down right at the start to a showstopper, and he ends up getting out of there, winning the round for G2.
Financially, no real trouble for Paper X. They're still going to be able to buy. Ult's not there in the same regard. You're not going to have the showstopper, but you do have the res available to you. He's too confident.
Still going for it, man. Well, Forsaken's early aggression doesn't get them anything here. Jing backing off on mid as well. It looks like they're content to give a little bit of extra control to G2, playing passive in heaven. Maybe not starting the early rotations. Oh, that gets taken down. He committed to it. That was a huge mistake. G2 can't even make it out of the choke point now. And they're going to just slow this one down. Look for another opening.
That's a really audacious ult to try and commit to. I don't know if that was intentional or he just didn't see the player like right around the corner, but just to assume that's clear, based off what, like one player taking a fight or the fact that they pushed a little bit down mid, like I can only assume that was a mistake. And Jing, he's gonna get isolated. Not been having the best of times on this defense. The multi-peaks coming through from G2, leaving Divide to try and do some damage. Can he escape? No, he can't. Trades once again from G2.
Backside, Mindfreak seemed to be in a lot of danger, but he's somehow gotten away with it.
30 seconds.
Another kill for him, swinging onto Mixwell, and the round is his. He seems to be an enigma. No one could see this man.
They've now basically run out of ults. On the other side, the economy's starting to build. They're down to just pistols, and Jing just doesn't run away. he wants to farm under Eco-Frags, just chilling, slowing down the blast packs, and well, eventually they kill everyone without losing. It's Prime getting flawless, bitch! It's Prime getting flawless!
That looks like a YouTube video, man. One of those rounds, man. One of those rounds. Look, it was an eco for G2, so they can certainly shrug that one off, but now they've got to come in with some success. They're investing all of their economy into this one. No operator. And Mixwell's been able to do a lot of work with that scope weapon so far. Oh! How did he get out?
How is he still alive? He didn't even take that much damage. His teammate took more from the nade that's just gone through, and then Hoodie, well, he bites the bullet because of it, giving Jules, he's still alive! They're shooting him in the back, and it doesn't manage to kill off Forsaken. The spike now dropped. 2 players trying to wrap back around, trying to reposition to somehow find a way forward. And in the meantime, Mindfreak, if he pushes any further, he's going to be in their spawn.
So the cam actually spotted Avova's shrouded step as he crossed over. They're ready for him. They're watching it, and Avova thinks that he's got this for free, that he's about to lurk up behind them and catch a big play. But instead, much to his surprise,
in the previous half, just they're unable to deal with this player. The thing is, there was a few rounds that Paper X were able to grind out, whereas for G2, that just hasn't really been the case. They're going to try and pick up the pace straight into an early nade. Jing is just going to fight them. He wants to brawl. Fists are out as he's already managed to get himself a couple through the cage, and look how low the remainder are.
Yeah, this is going to be an easy cleanup, surely. And actually a blast back around from Jing. He deserves it. He absolutely deserved that, but they're going to be tempted to go get the weapon. Op shot not connected. Come on, we still peeking the Sheriffs?
What is going on? Stop swinging!
It's 10-10. G2 are hot on their heels, and mistakes are being made here, that's for sure. Forsaken steps in, he says that's enough.
He dashes into the light. I can't believe
11-10, not in the cleanest of manners, Tom.
I can't believe how they're playing these Antico rounds.
Oh, here we go. Stun early, catches 2 players. Forsaken's gonna stick around in the corner, maybe even re-aggress here. G2 don't know how many players are in this spot. Look at Paper X retake on A after walling it up early, and that allows them to take that little bit of aggressive space. The res will be used up here to grab this player back online at least. The operator's still there to be dealt with.
They forced him out of position, but it almost seems like nobody wants to peek him at this point, and I don't really blame them. The Blade's now out for Forsaken. He's also got his partner in crime. Jing just running all the way through again. It's going to be dodged. Nothing coming out, and Mixos managed to sneak into the corner. There could be a nasty surprise instead. They're going to go for a res of their own. The spam, not getting anything. In fact, it's the counter spam that finds another for Jing, leaving just over. And there's only so many bullets he can dodge. They swing in, and while it's the trade out, 12 now on the board for Paper X from 9-3 down.
And none seem to be more consistent than this operator in the hands of Forsaken. Even when they stun him, even when they aftershock him, they flash him, they do everything they can. This guy's still able to get massive impact in every round.
You know, he's just going back to that original quote, the abilities don't kill.
They don't kill.
They don't kill Forsaken. That's the bit. They left out one word. They
don't kill a VOD either. Guy's been showstoppered like
true.
10 times. He's just not going down. Yes. Shrouded Steps unreal out of this guy.
It's a slowdown from G2. I don't really blame them. They're trying not to run into the op of Forsaken. He is in the right place again. I feel like this is a game of chicken that you just don't want to be playing. He's trying to whack the mole before they've even come out. Like he's somehow hitting through. Again, we're going to see the TP. Again, he's going to stick it. He's going to hold this control. They've got to be careful, though. Clearing those back angles, and it's just the shot landed this time. It's Benkai.
Rolling Thunder going to catch Jing on the site. Makes his way to the elbow. He's got cover from Benkai towards the screens. Now he can fight the site. Already taking Nuke down. Wide swing was great, but Meadow managed to react in time. The flank even spotted here. Avova thought he could be sneaky, but the camera was on him. Even still, he's able to get that one done and leave them with an advantage that Forsaken, well, he doesn't want it to be in their hands. He's pulling it right back into even territory. Wall on the left. The jump! Meadow's still alive, but Mind Freak will take him down.
Dah, capek anjing.